So you have been wondering what science is, and maybe you have heard it that science is a way of acquiring knowledge. But science also work based on prediction. Like we want to predict things and use those things to make a better world. Like literally, don't worry, you get it. So science uses a weapon to predict, and that weapon is mathematics. So how do they use things in the real world to predict something in mathematics? So we need to quantify these things that we have. So for example, we are looking at how long it will take me to go somewhere. That's time. You can quantify time by measuring how many seconds or days it will take me. So those things that I can measure, that I can quantify, are now called quantities. So when I quantify something, I have quantities. Then we have different kind of quantities, like mass. Mass is a quantity that tells you how heavy something is. So if I give you a bag of 50 kg of rice and a bag of 300 kg of rice to carry, which one do you think will be easier to carry? 50 kg, right? That is a quantity, 50 kg. So example of this is, I can say 150 kg, I can say 50 kg. Abi, these are quantities. So this number is the magnitude. The alphabet I've written behind it is the unit. I can have time, e.g. 150 seconds and 50 seconds. Another unit for time can be days, hours, weeks, centuries, millennia, and so on. We also have something like length. Length, you can have it in meters, kilometers, but let's use meter. Let's say I have 150 meters and 50 meters. These are all examples of units, of quantities. I mean, these quantities have their magnitude and they have the unit. Units now help us to express the proper magnitude. Magnitude is talking about how big or small, whatever we're looking at is the quantity is. So if I have this in kilogram, kilo has a prefix. Kilo is a prefix that tells us 1,000. That tells us that we have 1,000 grams. So 50 kilogram just means 50,000 grams. So if I should be working in grams, that means I have 50,000 grams. So the unit I'm using to work shows and also allows me to have a level of accuracy. So if I'm working with a very large unit, I can't really be accurate. Time is a very, very good example of this. If I'm going to date something back, something that happened a long time ago, if I'm going to date it and I say it happened 5,000 years ago, I'm using a unit, years, which is a very large unit. A year is 12 months. 12 months is about 48 weeks. You can see that it is a long measurement.